Since 2018, there have been more than 22,000 cases of hepatitis A in the U.S. and over 3,000 cases in Florida. Now, you may ask, how contagious is it and how can you protect yourself? Well, we have those answers and more today. Welcome, Dr. Raul Pino from the Florida Department of Health in Orange County. Dr. Pino, we see a lot of commercials about hepatitis C, and now we're talking about hepatitis A. What's the difference?
So it's a group of viruses that affect the liver the most, and hepatitis itself is the inflammation of the liver as a result of an infection. So there are three viruses, and some people believe that even more that specifically affect the liver, and they have been named A, B, and C.
Okay. How is A more serious than the others, since we're devoting this time to it?
So the question with A is how contagious it is. And in the normal course of the disease, when we have it when we are a child, and if we have no other pre-existing conditions, it should normally evolve with the and recover, or rather back to regular life.
Well, how do you know you have it, first of all?
So it can be asymptomatic, and you may not know that you have it in some cases. And then when you develop symptoms, people get tired, throwing up, they feel sick, sweaty, exhausted, and your eyes and mucosas can color yellowish, which is called Johnson. And that's one of the main signs of the disease.
So visibly, your eyes are yellow, you have a lot of mucus, and just feeling dragged
and
out.
Tired, and your feces can be decolored, quite white,
okay.
And your urine really dark.
So what do you do if you see those symptoms?
So see your primary care physician or come to the health department. The treatment for Hep A is very simple. It's just a symptomatic treatment. So you treat the symptoms. There is no treatment specifically for the disease itself, but rest, good nutrition, and allow the liver to recover.
So you can get ahead of it, but you can't get rid of it.
Well, you can get ahead of it by immunizing yourself,
okay,
and everyone in the family. There is a vaccine for Hep A, and those who had the disease develop immunity for life.
So once you get it, you can't get it again?
You cannot get it again.
Okay. Is it fatal? Is it ever fatal?
It can be fatal. Actually, in Orange County, last year we have two individuals who died from Hep A from this epidemic. It becomes fatal when there are existing conditions, liver, kidney disease, diabetes, and other conditions that you are in a position not to fight the disease.
How is it spread?
Interesting. It spreads very easily. It is spread with oral to feces contact.
Okay.
Meaning you ingest the virus, you excrete the virus. So you can either get it in your hands and put it in your mouth, or you can leave it behind. The question with this virus is that it can survive quite a few hours outside the body in surfaces where you can come touch it and grab it.
So what do you recommend that people do if they may be afraid they've been exposed?
The most simple and most important health prevention ever: wash your hands.
It goes back to that all the time.
It goes back to that
okay.
simple practice that your mama told you. Just wash your hands.
And this
all
time,
the time.
Mama knows best,
yes.
right?
Wash your hands before you put it in your mouth.
Okay. Are some people more susceptible to hepatitis A than others?
Yeah, people with chronic conditions, and people with HIV or other immune debilitating disease are more prone to hepatitis A or any disease for that matter.
So at what point should people start getting tested? Should you get tested from the time you're, parents with babies, or you're an adult, or when do you start that process?
The immunization has a schedule.
Okay.
And the only thing with this vaccine is when you have a first dosage, you need to have another 6 months after that to develop full immunity. But even for those who have just the first dosage, a greater percent of individuals develop immunity. The second dosage is there to give you the final boost. But my advice to anyone, even if you cannot get the second dose, get the first one. Just do it.
So if you get a diagnosis, that's not necessarily bad news.
No, the good thing is that now you know, now you can take care of it. Now you can nurture your body and get back to normal.
So hepatitis A is a virus, so there is no cure, but you can get relief from
Yes.
the symptoms
Yeah.
by getting vaccinated and washing your hands. Who knew that something that simple could stop a disease in its track? Well, obviously Mama did, and so did you.
I think you should have my job.
No medical school. I'll just talk to you about it. Thank you, Dr. Pino.
You're very welcome.
Protecting yourself from the hepatitis A virus is just as simple as getting vaccinated and, as we heard, washing your hands. Learn more at orange.floridahealth.gov. Thanks for joining us.